I run 2 electives, and the 2 electives are business startups, and the second one is corporate entrepreneurship. It's going through the whole idea of looking at ideas from a creative point of view, looking at the idea with a point of view of intention, creating the correct kind of opportunity, looking at venture opportunity screening guides, which we look at in a lot of depth, and we get further than possibly what you might have done for some of those who've been on the PDBA, and we go one step further in terms of creating that opportunity through things like the business model canvas and also into the business plan, the formal business plan. People have spoken on this program before as guest lecturers, Gil Ovid and Vusi Tembekwayo from Dragon's Den. All right, come to these kind of things. Alon Reis of Race Corp comes to these kind of things as well, and we get some very interesting people. We have venture capitalists who come to this program so they can actually give you all the insights, and sometimes even we look at other people like angel investors who come in and various different kinds of forms of financing the whole entrepreneurial business startup that you're potentially looking at. So we go through a very rigid process, and we go further than what we have done potentially in terms of some of the previous courses you might have had on entrepreneurship in either your PDM, PDBA, whatever it is, and we actually deep dive into specific areas as well. It's a totally new course in terms of the fact that whilst we cover 1 and 2 areas just to bring people up to speed, we actually get down into a much higher level of understanding, and we go through a lot of questioning of what to do and what specific things to follow. So we look at what to do to set up your business on day 1. When is the first time you can expect your cash to come in? When is the first time you can be in a position to actually look at it from the point of view of being profitable, and how long is it going to be? And Vusi Tembekwayo talks about the fact that a lot of companies literally look at a lot of business startups when they're doing projections and they're doing presentations for financing situations, looks at the revenue line going like that and looks at the cost line going like that, and then there's a sweet strawberry in between, literally. And that is not the situation. You shouldn't necessarily, unless you've got a whole lot of things in place, be making profit necessarily in the first year, but you've got to be able to actually show that and be big enough and transparent enough to show that to your funder. And they would understand if you come with a robust model and a business plan together with it. Now, we don't just go into the business plan, we put the business plan together with the financing in terms of what we actually require in those circumstances, and you walk out there with a huge amount of tools in a big toolkit that says, I potentially could start my business if I want to. What is the big idea that I now need to think about? An idea is not necessarily an opportunity. We all have good ideas. All right. So this is the one course, business startups. Second one, corporate entrepreneurship. Which companies in South Africa are the ones that come out ahead, and why do they come out ahead? Are they more innovative? Do they take more risk? Are they more proactive in terms of that? Do they have a different kind of feasibility from an autonomy point of view? What are they actually doing under those circumstances? Here we start to get into the psyche of the entrepreneur within a corporate environment. So for those who potentially are thinking of staying in the corporate environment, this is a fantastic course, because you start to look at the whole issue around what we call entrepreneurial orientation, entrepreneurial intensity, and we look at into the different forms that corporate entrepreneurship can take. We also go into something called the CECI or the CEAI, which is basically a corporate entrepreneurship assessment instrument, and we go into the thinking behind it in terms of what we can measure in terms of whether or not that particular corporate is going to do better than another corporate under those circumstances. So we immerse ourselves in that. Very important in the situation around corporate entrepreneurship is this thing around culture, and we look at, for example, the DNA of Discovery. We get somebody from Discovery to come in. We look at the innovation aspect from the F&B innovation competition, and we get the head of innovation to come into the classroom to share these insights with you. So we look at a whole lot of different things, and we look at performance, we look at leadership, we look at culture, and we look at basically the basics behind what makes a corporate want to be more entrepreneurial. And we've seen that the corporates that are more entrepreneurial are more likely to survive in a hyper-competitive economy and a hyper-competitive environment. So there again, 75% take-home exam, 25% syndicate assignment, and the exam most probably will be around, in that particular case, looking and measuring this corporate entrepreneurship assessment instrument. All right, so we will look at it in terms of that and how you can obviously better your chances of being innovative within a corporate environment. Bearing in mind that there might be some pushback from senior executives who don't believe in this kind of thinking today. And there's a reality behind it. There could be political agendas. We're going to discuss all of that as well, but we get insights from outsiders as well. Corporate entrepreneurship.